Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're tackling a struggle that many young people face: how to stop living paycheck to paycheck. It's sometimes easy to believe you can't escape living paycheck to paycheck. Trust me, I've been there, I've seen it all. You need to open up your mind and be willing to make a few life changes so that you can achieve your dream life. All you actually need is just 3 easy evidence-based steps to transforming your finances. So if you're new here, my name is Jenny and I've been optimally managing my finances for over 10 years now. So grab a pen, grab a notebook, and let's dive in. Let's face it, life throws a lot your way, especially as a young adult. There are so many living expenses such as rent, transportation, food, new phone, and the list just goes on and on and on. Expenses can feel endless, and the problem with living paycheck to paycheck is there's nothing left at the end of the month or even midway through the month. One unexpected illness or emergency can leave you devastated, financially stressed, or taking out loans that you may be unable to pay back. And this constant stress can take a toll on your mental and physical health. Today we're going to break down 3 easy steps to escape the paycheck to paycheck cycle and start building a secure financial future. I'm sure we've all heard the saying, what gets measured gets improved upon. You can't manage what you don't measure. So you need to download a free budgeting app, or if you prefer the old-fashioned notebook and pen, you can use that as well. I personally prefer to do mine on a spreadsheet, and sometimes I like to also use budgeting apps as well. What you need to do is to track everything you spend on for a month, even if it's a meal, even if it's a quick little snack, you need to track it. Planned expenses, unplanned expenses. In my case, I wear glasses, medicated glasses, medicated contact lens as well. So I found myself in a situation where my glasses would break unexpectedly and I would have to head out the next day to get a new pair. That is an unplanned expense. So in this case, you'd have to include that in your budget. It's unplanned, but you still have to include that in tracking your expenses. So track everything, because everything literally adds up. Even the little bubble gum, it adds up. You need to put everything into this tracking, okay? You need to make sure you track every single dollar, every single penny, every single pound, whatever currency you're using. You need to track. Make sure you track every single thing you spend for a month. Okay, this is literally the first step. Studies show that tracking expenses leads to greater awareness of your spending habits, which is why it's very important we actually track for the first month. By seeing every expense allocated, you get a clearer picture of where your money is going, which may be surprising to you. I personally am able to process and understand things better when I can actually see like a physical representation of it, which is why this step is absolutely important to me. I absolutely cannot skip this step. I need to physically see like where my money is actually going for me to be able to plan appropriately. Now that you know where your money goes, it's time to create a budget. So you need to make a list of all your income, whether it's paycheck, side hustle, business, or return on investments that you've made. If you would like to see me film a detailed video on how to properly track your expenses, I'll show you how I do mine on a spreadsheet and how to also keep all your receipts to enable you to track your expenses properly. Let me know and I'll film a video for that. Then make an expenses list. This would include things like rent, electricity, transportation, water, gas, food or groceries, entertainment. I personally like to make an allowance for entertainment because in as much as we're trying to handle our finances better, I still like to enjoy myself. I believe like everyone should enjoy their lives in as much as you're making better financial decisions. Yes, I like to include an entertainment budget in mine. And the entertainment budget really doesn't have to be a lot. It can be something as little as, maybe going out to have a meal or going out weekend to have drinks with your friends. Just something nice for yourself every month, but it doesn't have to be a lot, okay? You need to ensure that your expenses are less than your income. If not, you need to look for areas that you can actually cut down your budget on. So for instance, if you're spending transportation, if you're taking taxis to work every day, perhaps you could look at switching to buses, which may be cheaper for you. If you're eating out every single day, you could also look at switching to bringing home cooked meals to work and then only eating out on maybe Mondays or only eating out on Fridays, so that way you're not completely depriving yourself, but you're cutting down to ensure that your expenses are less than your income. I remember seeing this comment on a home page, like a real estate page, where they were advertising houses, and someone left a comment saying her family was living in like an apartment and she really wanted to raise her family in like a townhouse where there's lots of space for the kids to play around and just have family time, and they couldn't afford it. But when she sat down with her financial coach, they basically drew out a budget, saw where their money was going to, and then she found out that her husband was literally eating the extra money that they could have spent buying the townhouse, and all this time they thought they couldn't afford it. So when they looked through the expenses, looked through their expenses that they had tracked the prior month, they realized that the husband was spending way too much on lunch. Yes, the wife was actually bringing food to work to save on costs, but the husband was actually eating out the entire time, which was taking out quite a lot of their income for the month. So he was quite literally eating their house, if you can put it that way. So yes, this is why it's absolutely important to look through this. Like I said, cut down your expenses if it's more than your income. Studies have shown that financial literacy and self-control has a significant direct impact on mental health and financial well-being. I'll link the studies in the description box down below. And for the final and magic step, automate your savings. So you need to set up a recurring bank transfer to move a fixed amount out of your paycheck on paydays to your savings account every single month. And now I know, again, some people don't like to do this this way. You might prefer to do yours physically, which is absolutely fine. There's a method also called cash stuffing. This is where you basically get like physical envelopes, buy envelopes, and then you put cash away. So you pay yourself first, you put that cash away. Once you get paid, put it away, and then you work with whatever you have left for the month. The first time I actually ever started saving over 10 years ago, I used this method, the cash stuffing method, or the physical envelope method, whatever you want to call it. That's what I used when I first started saving. And how this happened, I think, have I said this before on this channel? I don't think so. Okay, I don't think so. But yes, how this happened was while I was in uni, we were getting allowances. I was getting allowances. My friends were also getting allowances from their parents as well. And I found out, and I was spending everything I was getting. Okay, I was actually spending all my allowance because I thought that's what I had to do. I had a friend that told me, she had this certain amount in savings, and I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? She was like, yes, I have this amount in savings. And I asked her, okay, how do you do it? And she was like, okay, this is what I do. Once my allowances come in from my parents, all I do is take out a certain budget for my savings. I take that out first, put it in a physical envelope, and then put it away. And this was how I was able to save up this amount. And I couldn't believe it because in my head, I literally thought I had to spend everything I was getting, and that was what I was doing. Okay, that was what I was doing. But I found out that when I then started the physical envelope method, where once my allowances come in, I put some cash in an envelope and put it away, I was still surviving on whatever was left. So I literally didn't even know what I was spending that extra cash on. I was able to survive, and I was able to save quite a good amount of money, which actually helped me start my first business when I was done from uni. So I guess we could say that it's good to surround yourself with friends that are financially literate as well. Okay. So there you have it. By tracking your expenses, budgeting your income, and paying yourself first, you can break free from living the paycheck to paycheck cycle. Also, another thing worth mentioning is if you find yourself in a situation where you literally or you really cannot cut down on expenses any further, because I know that there's currently inflation and things are very expensive right now. If you find that you can't cut down on your expenses, another route or another thing that you can do is to look for ways to actually increase your income by starting side hustles or businesses on the side. Would actually help you to increase your income. Also investing, so that way you're getting return on your investments without necessarily physically having to work for that is very important. I have lots of videos on my channel where I share different side hustles and different ways of making money online and different businesses that you can start, and other work from home options that you may actually have as well, because I've come across quite a lot of people that do 9 to 5 and then 5 to 9. So you can also decide to do work from home when you get home from your 9 to 5 as well. Those are the options that you have to increase your income if that's the position that you're in. So remember, it's not about deprivation. I believe in enjoying your life while also making a better choice for a better tomorrow. I'm genuinely so excited for you to start trying out these 3 steps, because I know that it has massively helped out my finances, and I know that it would help yours out as well. So hit that subscribe button for more financial tips, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.